talking with Coach Dudis at the time. We were like, because he's watching, he's cheering for his Greek, I'm cheering for Nola, and we're like talking shit to each other, kind of like, hey, Nola's gonna win, Nola's like this. Right. And then Novak Djokovic turns around and says like something to the crowd. Oh no, you can see on his mouth what he's saying, and because Coach Dimitri speaks Serbian, he's like, Jelena Vidinjak, he's like, Jelena, look at him, how he has to always swear everyone. I was like, look who's talking. I was like, Coach Dudis, you see videos of him on the sideline, he's always swearing in Serbian as well. And I've been so many times there with him, he only swears pretty much in Serbian. And I was like thinking, treneru, like, you're exactly like Nola. Like,
how are you not aware of yourself a little bit?
Yeah, he's like, next time I see Novak, I'm gonna tell him, I'm gonna talk to him about this swearing. I'm like,
thank you so much for your time, Coach. I want to talk to you about basketball. I want to talk to you about your career, your upbringing. I guess we start with where you grew up. Or were you born in Belgrade?
Yeah, I was born in Belgrade. I mean, I was born just outside of Belgrade. I was born in Šabac, but I didn't really live there. I was just born there. I grew up in Belgrade, and then I also grew up in Australia. And I was like, between my teenage years, I was like switching back and forth. So I had like kind of, I guess, the best of both worlds. But I'm very much, that's why I speak very good English. When I was 7, we moved to Australia, kind of grew up there. And then I finished high school in Belgrade. And just kept moving back and forth. I have dual citizenships, but I am very much, my heart and soul, I am from Belgrade.
Lovely. We and you actually are the same age, I believe, and we also moved out of Serbia at the same year. I moved when I was 7 to Canada, so it's kind of wild.
Oh yeah, same. Yeah, I can relate to that.
So I'm from Sremska Mitrovica, and I always came back home as well. I love being back home, and yeah, it's just weird. Like, what am I? Am I Serbian? Am I Canadian? I don't even know anymore. Who knows? Am I Spanish?
No, when I'm in Australia, I'm like they call us wogs, us who are like of European descent, Greeks, Italians, Yugoslavs, like there. And when I'm in Serbia, I'm like Australianka. But really,
right.
You're forever kind of not belonging anywhere. But yes. In my heart and soul, when people say, where are you from? I'm from Serbia. I'm Serbian. Like, that's who I am. Like you can't help the DNA and like the passion within, the soul within your blood.
Of course, yeah. That's a weird thing when you say you're Canadian, you like most of your life, and then you move to another place, and then you have to like kind of reevaluate. What's your first answer when someone asks you?
Exactly. The same boat. Yeah, the same boat. Which city did you live in?
Sremska Mitrovica. Oh, in Canada, Windsor, Ontario.
No,
the most
Ontario.
southern city in Canada.
Yeah, no.
I wanted to ask you about your love for basketball and when that started.
I think just coming from Serbia, you automatically have it in you, the love for basketball in general. But just, since I was a kid, just watching on TV, like I remember a lot of tough times growing up, and just watching on TV, something that brought me lots of joy was like always seeing our basketball team win and bring medals and produce great players. And then something really that struck like a really deep chord in myself was the 2002 World Cup when we were champions. And in Indianapolis, I think that something there, I was like already like 9 years old there. I was already I was 9 years old. I was already like pretty, aware of and old enough. And it was just like, I was so proud, and I lived in Australia, and I couldn't wait to go the next day to school to tell all my friends there that, hey, my country is the champions of the world. And because we were so multi-ethnic there, just like, how you grew up probably in Canada as well, just like you go to school, kids from all over the place, everyone's kind of cheering for their country. Everyone's an immigrant, most of them in the school that I was growing up in. And it was just like, I was so super proud, So I think something really struck a chord, but I always like we always followed basketball in my family and all sports, but basketball is just something special. So, I grew up playing it. My brothers followed, and it was just been love for basketball. It's just been easy to fall in love when you come from Serbia.
Yeah, actually, I was going to say I started playing basketball when I moved to Canada. Before that, I only played football. And when I went to high school in Canada, my high school, like my basketball team was like 7 Serbian guys, 2 Romanians, and then like 1 or 2 Canadians. But it was mostly a Serbian basketball team, which was very interesting. For the entire 4 years, it was a mostly Serbian team.
Yeah, I believe you. Yeah, we have the same. We have the same in Australia. We have our own football club and basketball club, and like the Serbian club, and like each nationality has their own. So yeah, same with me.
And did you start playing immediately? Did you want to go and go down the professional route to play in women's basketball, or did you already have aspirations to be a coach?
Yeah, I started playing immediately. Like in Australia, women's basketball is the #1 sport pretty much for girls. And it's not like volleyball or anything, it's basketball. And I pretty much started playing straight away. And, then I moved back to Serbia. I played for Zvezda. And, like, my aspirations were just to be, I was just, like, trying as best as I can. But I always really liked the coaching aspect of it. And I was always like, oh, these coaches always yelling at me. And they're telling me to do this, but I'd rather do this. I kept like thinking in my head what I'd rather do. Then I just realized like having younger siblings, like I would coach all my cousins and brothers, and then I was like, I really love doing this. So just like it came naturally, and I was like, I really love doing this more than playing. But also I was pretty like realistic. I was like, hey, I'm not the best basketball player in the world as well, and so I just took it. Just for me came naturally, and then the opportunities arise for me to take them, and I just went into coaching, and I haven't made a mistake. I just followed my heart, and I did what I love, and coming from a Balkan household, where grandparents want you to be a doctor or
Right.
A doctor, a lawyer,
engineer,
I chose
lawyer.
to do it my way. I'm pretty happy. Yeah, engineer, lawyer, doctor, any of those, So, but even with all that pressure, I still went my way.
I'm with you. Yeah, I did it their way, and then I switched. I have an engineering degree. I did engineering for like 5-6 years, and I'm like, all right, you guys, nice. I did it for you guys. We're good. I'm financially okay, and now it's time to do what I want to do. So yeah, I understand to the fullest of this pressure.
I feel that's like a blueprint for everything. I also kind of went into university kind of doing to make other people happy. Hey, I'm doing this now, like, and then I'm like halfway through, I'm like, I'm not doing this. I don't want to make other people happy. I want to make myself happy.
It's just a moment until you build up the courage. So sometimes it could be right away. It could be years. It could be more. But as long as you do switch at the end to what you actually want to do, like that's the ultimate goal. And as long as you have parents that are okay with that and supportive, that's like that really helps. That my parents knew that like I didn't want to do this, and they're like, why are we pretending like he wants to do this? Like he's an adult. He can do whatever he wants. He wants to make stupid memes on the internet. Let the kid make fucking memes on the internet.
He wants to be a comedian. Let him.
We were talking. You were talking about how well-rounded some of these people, and I was just saying that like. It's often overlooked. I especially think of like Djokovic as well. Like everyone talks about the accolades and the tennis side of things, but like just how well-spoken he is, the languages he speaks, how polite he is, no matter where he goes and what hostile crowd he gets. He's always like thanking the crowd, which let me tell you, I've been to some of the events. They're assholes. You didn't have to thank them. You're not, but he still does it. And it's like, that's what you kind of want to aspire to. You don't have to be the best tennis player in the world, but you want to be the best individual with a balanced set of tools, skill sets, whatever you want to say, but it's really interesting.
He's definitely a bigger person than me. I'm not thanking anyone. These kind of what he does and how he does it, he's just one of a kind, and there'll never be another Novak. There will never be another athlete like that mental strength that he has. And he's also, like I said, this is one of my idols, but so Novak is my absolute idol, like growing up and also growing up in Australia, witnessing do what he did in Australian Open, being there through the tough times when he got kicked out, being there when people are booing him. I actually met Novak, I think it was 2007. It was his second tournament he ever won in Adelaide, my city, Adelaide Open. And I remember from the community, we have our Serbian community there, like our parents telling us, hey guys, and we were just kids. I was like 12. And they were like, hey guys, you should all go to the airport and pick up this young Serbian tennis player, show them the city, show them around, take them to Serb Night. Serb Night was like a Serbian disco night that we had in Adelaide. And I remember me being so young, I was just trying to be cool. I was like, I don't want to do that. Like, why are you guys making me do things I don't want to do, you know? And I was like, I don't want to do that. Like, that's not cool. I just want to hang out with my friends. And little did we know that Novak Djokovic is there today, and he's an absolute legend. And yeah, so it's we kind of I've been I've been able to meet him when he was in the beginning of his career, but you know, he's an absolute legend. And I try to just, whenever I think of myself, when I have to give an interview or do something when I'm really down or I lost a game, it's really hard for me, I just think like, what would Nola do? And he would be the bigger person. So
yeah, I was gonna say, you're not alone. My dad is also one of those people that just doesn't give a fuck. Like we went to the French Open for his 65th birthday, and we were there when it was the Alcaraz cramp game, right? And my dad was screaming the game was done. Alcaraz was just there because like he didn't want to. He felt bad because people paid for tickets. So it's like this guy's limping, and my dad is screaming every point like it's championship point. He's like he starts yelling in Spanish. He's like I don't care. I'm only gonna witness this probably once in my life. Like I'll make enemies here today. Some crowd started like booing. He's booing them back. He's just completely unhinged.
I totally get it. Yeah. That's kind of me as well. A lot of times, especially when I'm home alone, no one wants to. I mean,
Nole is also unhinged in the moment. Like if you speak Serbian, you hear some of the stuff he says, but like that's in the moment. Like no one's judging him on that moment of pure intensity. Like it's what it is.
Actually, I have a funny story for you. Now it's kind of coming back, and you said what a story. It was, I don't know which Australian Open, I think 2 years ago, a year ago, I don't know, it was, or US Open, I forgot. It's Tsitsipas, Novak Djokovic in the finals. And and I'm there.
That was French, no? I think that was French.
I forgot which one it was, but it was one of the, I think it was the beginning. And I was talking with Coach to this at the time. We were like, because he's watching, he's cheering for his Greek, I'm cheering for Nola, and we're like talking shit to each other, kind of like, hey, Nola's gonna win, Nola's like this. Right. And then Novak Djokovic turns around and says like something to the crowd. Oh no, you can see on his mouth what he's saying, and you know, because Coach Dimitri speaks Serbian, he's like, Jelena Vidinjak, he's like, Jelena, look at him, how he has to always swear everyone. I was like, look who's talking. I was like, Coach Dimitri, you see videos of him on the sideline, he's always swearing in Serbian as well. And I've been so many times there with him, he only swears pretty much in Serbian. And I'm like thinking, treneru, like, you're exactly like Nola. Like,
how are you not aware of yourself a little bit?
Yeah, he's like, next time I see Novak, I'm going to tell him, I'm going to talk to him about this swearing. I was like,
yeah, you do that.
I was like, wow, like you guys are the same person. Like, you guys are the same. When you guys get angry and passionate, both of you are swearing the same things that Novak is saying. You're saying, I'm thinking, and anyway, that ended up in Novak winning, so I was happy. So anyway,
happy ending.
Story.
Going back to the coaching stuff, I did want to ask you. You know, you made kind of world news, if not, I mean, basketball world news for sure. Was there a big sense of like pressure? What was that moment? Was it like, you're happy? Are you like stressed? Because that's like a massive, one, achievement, but two, pressure now that everyone's kind of watching you. Pressure is a privilege, huh? Pressure is right.
Yes, pressure is a privilege. It is so true, but I try to every single time. I've been through such tough moments in my life. I think I'm prepared for a lot, and I can take a lot mentally. Like, I can really take criticism and just bad news, and I try to every single day when that was happening, I was pretty like, of course, I have like adrenaline. I'm not scared. I'm never scared. This is something, maybe it would be better if I'm scared of a lot of things, then I wouldn't make so many mistakes. But every single day I prepare myself for every single day. I don't know even how to explain to you, and that's something that Novak has taught me. Listening to him and how he survives everything that he survives, and he's survived quite a lot. So I'm like, if I can even take 1% from what he's doing, how I talk to myself every single day, how I prepare myself, how what I do in challenging or really chaotic situations, and when it's like, then I'm always like saying to myself, Jelena, what's the worst thing that can happen? Can you die? I'm always preparing myself that there's something worse. And then I'm thinking like, and then something that really grounds me is just like thinking about, I think one of my like, I have many bad things, but many qualities as well. I'm really empathetic person, and I always think about people who are in less fortunate situations than I am, and I'm also a really big animal activist, and I kind of I don't know I concentrate myself on different things that really matter, like and I was like, is this really matter today this much? Like even after tough losses and things, I try to talk to myself and say, thank you, God, I'm in this situation to be able to feel this. Because how lucky am I to be feeling this negative adrenaline rush in the moment because I lost the game. But this emotion that I'm feeling, I'm so sad. But I'm so happy that I get to feel this emotion because I get to be in this situation. And then again, it's easier to feel the happy moments, of course, when you win or you're doing something correct, someone's praising you. But I'm always really privileged to be where I am because I came from nothing to be where I am. And just being here is a huge achievement. And I'm not letting, and something that I love.
You feel like you're playing with house money. You feel like you've already won at the casino now. You're just having fun.
Yeah. And I'm just having fun. And I try to look at myself. I have this picture of me when I was a kid, when I was a little girl. And I also have like a little badge and I put it on my blazer for my coaching. And it was when I was little, I was maybe 4 years old there, and some like, that Serbian overalls clothing with that same haircut that we all had. And I'm just thinking, like, and I'm always thinking to myself, hey, I'm trying to talk to myself how I would talk to her, to that little kid, and I'm trying to be kind to myself. So really everything that's happened, and again, something Novak taught me is the innate of the whole situation is that the more people that talk to me or say that I can't do something, the more comments I have on social media, the more all this kind of stuff, the more I have this, the more fired up I am. And the more I like
free motivation. Free
motivation. And like now, just watching Novak win against Sinner, when the whole crowd boos him, I'm like, yes, now we're going to win.
I get excited.
And if everyone's being nice to him, I'm like, yoy.
Yeah, this is a terrible day. Stop.
This is a terrible. Everyone, please be against him because that gets him fired up, And that's the same I am. I'm the exact same. The more people the more they put me in the pressure cooker, the more I'm going to achieve. And when people, so yeah, the news got around, everyone's focusing, oh, she's a woman, blah, blah, blah. No, I'm just a coach. Like, for them, I'm a woman. For them, but for me, my whole life, I'm just and I'm, everyone else is seeing things differently than me, and I don't want to, everyone has to deserve their position. No, man, woman, whatever. As long as you're best for the job, that's how I see it.
There's a 50 Cent line. I'm going to drop some real knowledge here, if I may. He says, I need you to hate so I can use you for your energy. And to me, that sticks in my head very vividly anytime I have some sort of adversity or pressure or whatever. I'm like, this is good. Bring it. This is fine. So, moving to Brazil, first female coach in the Brazilian league. How's life been there? How's the league? How's the team? Give me a lowdown of what's going on.
Life in Brazil is really beautiful. It's very different to what I've, growing up in a Western society like in Australia or here in Canada. It's very different. Brazilians are very similar to us. By character, they love life. They don't have much, they don't have much, but they're still able to be happy every day. They enjoy music, they enjoy food, they enjoy social settings, they enjoy going out. They enjoy sports, and they're very like us Serbians and Balkans in general. So being here, I feel very much at home. I don't feel homesick. I don't know how to explain to you. The moment I came here, the first time I came to Brazil, I really fell in love with the people. They're fantastic. They are just really amazing, welcoming. Everyone was like, the first thing everyone met me, they're like, Jelena, welcome to Brazil. Welcome to my country. Wow, that's so beautiful of you to do. Right. You're so welcoming to me as a foreigner like this, and not knowing me and just being so hospitable. So Brazil has been amazing weather. I live in a beautiful city, northeast of the country. And I just love the passion for the sports. So so adjusting to here has been great, lifestyle wise. Just adjusting to basketball, but also like keeping in mind it's my first year, my first experience as head coach as well. I'm making a lot of mistakes on the way. I'm very aware of that. But adjusting to the league, where it's a bit different to where I've been in Europe, and the league is super tough. It's physical. There's 20 teams. Like in a week you have 3 games sometimes. It's like
holy shit.
It's really sometimes I feel like I'm playing every day like in the NBA. And
3 games in just the Brazilian league. There's no like South American league. There's no.
They have it, but I think it's just like the top 4 teams that qualify to that, top 3 teams or the winners. And some of those are like, or the top.
Good Lord! Then you'd have 4 games a week if you were in that.
Really, but the thing is, it's such a big country. To get from where I'm up north, to get to the south of Brazil,
right?
It takes me faster from my city to Belgrade than to the south of Brazil. That's how big Brazil is. So the travel schedule is crazy. The physicality of the league is. These guys are such athletes. They are ready. They run. They jump. They fight. I feel like the referees hate me. They allow so much contact. I don't know. This year I have 3 concussions on my team, and all the players, and it's all like the players that have played their first year in the league, in this league. So it's a super super tough league to play in. And the Brazilians, and this is right now we have to understand that the whole world plays basketball or any sport, but basketball is played everywhere. That's why I was so open to coming here. And this is a great league, the best league in South America. And like I said, super tough. It's super creative. Brazilian players are super creative. We have little differences in maybe upbringing, like the Serbian-Australian school of basketball is different. Like you focus more on discipline, details, getting yelled at. And here it's like super physical, great athletes. But my experience overall is super positive. And I'm
is this, by the way, sorry to interrupt you. Is this like a league also where there are NBA scouts looking? I don't know the history of some of the Brazilian players like Leandro Barbosa, Verjao, but I'm wondering if they also played in these leagues and what it was probably like 20 years ago. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. This is a perfect league to like after college to come and play for a year or so, or instead of college to play a year or 2 here and then get drafted, because it is definitely a great place to be, and many young Brazilians came from this league into the NBA, into EuroLeague, including Caboclo and Iago dos Santos, who played in Serbia, and so it's definitely a league like what you just explained.
Cool. Did you start the season with them, or did you join midway, or do you have half a season now?
No, I started from the beginning.
Okay. And what is the experience? Are you the only female coach now in this league? I assume you are. So what is that? Is there any I don't know, is there some sort of bad blood that you're a female coach? Do you feel any animosity from the men? I don't know.
I mean, I don't know if they don't.
You're just not aware of it.
It's their problem. I don't really care. But I do have many friends in this league. Fantastic people who have done maybe the EuroLeague Academy with me, who I have the coach of Flamengo, which is the #1 team in Brazil, in the most famous team in South America, Flamengo and Boca Juniors, Argentina. But the coach of Flamengo is Coach Sergio Hernandez. He coached the Argentine national team, and he is a big legend, and he's from the same place where Manu Ginóbili is, and Argentinians have a real passion for basketball, and they've kicked us out of, he kicked us Serbs out in the 2019 World Championship in the quarterfinals when we lost to them. It's great. We've had some great derbies with Argentina national team, and coach, he's older, and then he's always there to, after some tough losses and stuff, he always texts me to see how I'm going, gives me advice. We are competitors, but also, whenever we see each other in the same city, we go out for dinner and we talk about basketball, what we're passionate about, and there's way more nice things that happen than there's any negative things. So I have really great friends and people I can talk to and mentor, even though that we are competitors.
That's cool. I don't know where the team was before you started. I'm curious what the biggest challenges are and what's your goals, I guess, for the next season and this season.
Last year this team was last, and just going into everything, I'm my biggest goal is to have as many people come watch basketball and be inspired to play
Okay.
basketball. Like kids in the
Yeah.
region to be inspired to play basketball. I want to go into the arena. I want to go into my workplace and have as many supporters, like to support my team, to cheer for the guys. And that's kind of been the number one thing, to kind of also build like a culture of basketball culture. And it's going to take some time because football here is so dominant. Football is like a whole different religion. And something that is the difference between like us Serbians, Balkans, and Brazilians, like we go, like our fans as Serbians, I go up and I watch everything. Like if like water polo, handball, tennis, not just basketball. I watch everything that Serbia represents. I feel like here they don't do that. Like a lot of them, like and talking to some Brazilians who have, I don't know, grown up with Serbians or had Serbian coaches or in college played with Serbian players, they're like, you guys are way more nationalistic than us. And you guys would,
My dad would watch bocce ball. If there was a bocce ball stream, he'd watch
Hey,
it.
if there
There's a
was
Serbian
like,
bocce ball team.
if there's a championship of throwing your mobile phone and it's Serbian,
Right.
watch, we
Yeah.
are watching that. Here
Yeah.
they don't do that. They just watch football. And everything is about football. And like watching some games, like the fans, like Flamengo's the biggest team. But Zvezda and Partizan, those fans go to watch football, go to watch tennis, go to watch basketball, volleyball, water polo.
Right.
The football fans, they just watch
Just care about
football.
football. Interesting.
Flamengo Arena is empty. And I was like so shocked. I was in Rio. I was like, oh my God, I'm going to watch we're playing Flamengo against this great legendary coach Hernandez. I'm so excited. And then we came in, it was like 50 people there. This kind of culture where they don't really follow anything but football. So that's what's been challenging to, understand. Like here in my city is North, and like Flamengo on a team that's won 4 times in a row the championship, Franca. They have national team players of Brazil. They have representativce in their teams. I don't have representativce, but they do. And I remember just saying, people, guys, everyone should. I hope my whole city comes to support. Not just my team, but support the national team players of Brazil, the guys who are representing them in the Olympic Games, World Championship, American Cup. Like, this is such a privilege to have such high-level athletes in your city. You should come watch them. Take your kids and say, oh, I want to be like, Lucas Diaz one day. I want to be like, this is like such a privilege. I don't think, and that's like kind of not the mentality here. And even some of the when I see Brazil playing, as a national team, and like with Coach Petković, I don't see like arenas being full, and that's just like that part is something that's a bit like for me different and weird because I'm not used to it. But then again, if I can change at least in my city to have more people come watch, I'm happy with that. All I'm trying to do is just trying to bring a different sort of culture, outlook, and passion. And that's all I can do, and I'm going to try my best on the coaching, going to try, build my team the best I can with the many challenges. No matter what, I try to not ever have any, like, how do I say, excuses. I try to, like, if I see a challenge, I'm trying to face and jump over the hurdles, not, like, give up. So that's kind of my mentality, and I'm going to just do the best job that I can do and learn from my mistakes.
I find it interesting though that like they're not that nationalistic about maybe some other sports, but like I know they are because like they had one of the greatest, if not the greatest, Formula One racer of all time, Ayrton Senna, which when he passed away, like that was a national holiday. Literally, like millions of people went to the streets. So I know how massive he was. Is it because he was that good and he built this iconic image? Or does it require like some sort of once in a lifetime person to come by to shift the culture?
I mean, so,
Fonseca is another example. João Fonseca is a really good tennis player. He's 19 years old. Like I see every game of his, and I know there's like 100 insane Brazilians in the crowd. And if he plays in Brazil, it's sold out every game he plays. So it's like maybe he just needs that spark, that once in a lifetime talent.
Maybe you need to be Pele or Ayrton Senna. But that's the difference. I'm telling you, in Serbia you can be Boban, Maria, doesn't matter who. But you don't have to be Novak
Right.
Djokovic. You don't have to be Novak Djokovic or Nikola Jokic to get this whole sport nation. You can be anyone. Like you see at the Olympics when we had our pistol shooting
guy.
like and women, and like everyone came to support them as well. It's like we latch onto anything that is Serbia, and we are crazy about it. But here I feel like you have to be a pellet to get supported 100%. You can't just be like, I don't, so just because what I'm seeing is like, but really when it's football, here I live in my apartment block, when Flamengo is playing, when they score a goal, I can hear everyone down the street in the other buildings yelling, people yelling within my building. This year's the World Cup. They told me everything's gonna stop. They've been waiting a long time for the next for the sixth World Cup to Brazil to win. But really, football is a whole different religion, and I feel like when you want any passion from them, you just talk about football. They start going crazy.
I actually have a little bit of a funny random side story thing. I was in Valencia here watching the World Cup, and I went to the bar. My local bar was packed, shoulder to shoulder, whatever. It was Brazil versus Croatia. And there was like a cute Brazilian girl like kind of looking at me from the other side. I was like, you know what? Maybe I'll have a chat with her after the game. After they win. This is what I said to myself. After they win against Croatia, which they didn't, foreshadowing. Well, it's all good. I'll have a chat with her. They lose. I'm about to like go over and say hi. She is in tears, crying like someone died. And I'm like, whoa, what am I? I'll see you. Have a good day, ma'am. I'm so sorry to bother you. Like I thought like someone died. I was so shook that she was this excited and passionate about football. I didn't know what to do. I couldn't comprehend it.
They're so passionate. Everyone knows how to play. Here, everyone knows how to play football. I swear. So something I do, sometimes when like, I don't know, team morale is down, we lost some games, we need a boost, at least once a week for warm-ups, for my practice, we play football. Not me.
Right.
But I get my players to do warm-ups. So they do 10, 15 minutes and they play football. And sometimes I'm watching it, my sister and Coach Vlad and me are looking at each other. We're like, oh my God, they're so much better at football than basketball.
We can start a football team.
and suddenly I'm looking, I'm like, they're so passionate about it. Like, some of my players, sometimes in video scouting in our games, they don't sprint down the court in fast break. But here, they are diving for the ball. They're slide tackling each other in the. Everyone's yelling when they score a goal. It is so, and this.
Don't let your job stop you from your real passion, I guess. I'm
like thinking, look at these little. Like I'm swearing at Vlad. I'm like video. Now they decide to sprint down the court when it's like, and so the football is just like something else, and everyone can play football. Boys, girls. Men, women,
it's like Jokic with horses. Like, yes. Don't let basketball stop you from your dream job of horse racing, Like,
they love it. And I'm so, when I see them so passionate, I love it. My favorite thing is to sit with a taxi driver. I don't yet speak Portuguese very well. But my number one thing, when I sit in a taxi driver and they can somehow understand me, I like to like stir the pot and start like a bit of a chaotic situation, drama. I say to them, hey, I'm not from here. Who's better at football, Argentina or Brazil? And then they start crazy. And they start going crazy, and I love it. I love the passion.
Free Portuguese lesson, too. That's smart.
Yeah. Like, 5 World Cups. It's like us with Novak Djokovic when they asked him the other day, you're chasing this guy. Like, and then we're all yelling us, 24 Grand Slams. When they say Rafa or Roger is the GOAT, we're like, 24 Grand Slams. It's the same.
Don't get me fired up right now, all right? I was having a great fucking day, all right? Don't get me fired up on the who's your GOAT question. Oh, there's very few questions that bother me as much as the who's your GOAT.
Definitely. Number one thing that bothers me and gets me going straight away.
You can insult my family and I won't be as upset as if you tell me who's your GOAT.
If you say Roger
No, but like, who's your GOAT? Like, elegant. Like, who's, like, elegance, right? We're talking about elegance and grace, right? For me, it's Federer, like.
And the exact same thing when they say, but like, Roger Federer is still the GOAT. He's the most beautiful to watch. I'm like, and then that just gets me going. I was like, you rather insult me, insult my family.
Yeah.
Don't say that to me, though.
If I'm looking to make a Rolex commercial, I'm calling Federer. If I'm trying to win a tennis match, I'm fucking calling the guy who has the most slams. Okay, let's keep it simple, folks. All right? I don't know why this is so difficult. Like, it wasn't this difficult when I was a kid. It was very straightforward.
Yes,
Slams, GOAT. Now it's like elegance, grace, impact on the game, GOAT. Like, oh, okay, how do we measure impact? We don't.
Yeah.
All right. All right. Make it make sense.
Make it make sense. Please, God, make it make sense.
I was going to ask you also, like, what your big ambitions are for the future. Do you think about that kind of stuff, or are you just trying to live in the moment, the present? Do you ponder these things?
Yeah, sometimes I get ahead of myself, and I try not to do that because, again, I love what I do every single day, and I wake up super thankful. And once when I was, again, I was sitting with all the EuroLeague coaches and some NBA coaches, pretty much the goats of the goats at one table. I'm sitting there as a super young person, just young coach, listening to them. And I said to them, guys, and I wanted to ask them, like, I had one thing to say, and I wanted to ask them the same question. I was like, guys, you have all won everything you can win. EuroLeague titles, World Championships, Olympic medals, NBA rings. So you guys all became, you came to the pinnacle of your careers.
Right.
What was the best thing about it all? Was it those trophies? Like, what's the best thing about it all? And they're like, and they all said the same thing to me. And they all said it at once. And they said, Jelena, the best part of where we are today is the journey that took us to that point. All the people we met, all the countries we've seen, all the languages we speak, everything all the emotions we felt up until then, and that journey, they're like, please enjoy the journey. And then from that moment, because before then I used to put pressure on myself. Oh, by the 25, I need to be assistant coach in this team. By 28, I need to be head coach in this team. I always put so much pressure on myself. But since that day, I was like, man, I'm just going to enjoy the journey. Every day, I'm super thankful and lucky to be where I am. And to get this advice from them then, I was like, that's it. You know, this is my mentality from on now. So I have really high, which again, I mean, being a Serbian and being in basketball, number one dream is to be head coach of Serbian national team, right? To have this, to represent this, there's nothing higher than this. And we can always, and everyone who says that that's not their dream is lying. You know, if you're Serbian and you're in sports, and to be on the Balkan, you know, or how we say it, this is the dream. But I'm also living my dream right now, coaching in Brazil. I get to experience this beautiful country, these beautiful people, this beautiful culture, and I get to do what I love. I'm living the dream, you know. So I do have aspirations more. I always push myself in everything. I have many interests and hobbies, and in all these hobbies, I'm competitive. I want to be the best. I want to beat you. I want to beat everyone. I want to be better.
Chess.
No matter what, I just want to be better. Anything. Right. I just want to be better. So, yeah. Anything.
All right. Remind me to not play Catan with you or any board games, so it's gonna get intense.
Intense, yeah.
I think I asked pretty much actually, Rambo Petković. I wanted to ask you. You met Rambo. I want to know because big legend, big idol. I mean, just a crazy story of being at the top of his game in Europe and deciding to, in this prime, move to Brazil, which was unheard of by any European talent. What was that like? And he's a god now in Brazil, obviously. So, what's that like?
Again, growing up, I have a love for sport in general. Basketball is my number one love, but every sport. Since I was very young, I knew who Rambo Petković is because I was like, wow, it's so cool. There's a Serbian representing us in Brazil, the land of football. Brazil is the land of football. And I'm
doing the same thing, guys, in Spain. I'm doing the same thing. I don't get the trophies or the status, whatever. It's cool. I'm doing my thing. I'm eating ham here. No one cares. Whatever.
We all are, man. We all are. But Rambo is really great. He's so cool. He's really cool. And actually, the ambassador of Serbia connected us. Because he, contacted me as soon as I got this job to welcome me into the ambassada in Brasilia and my team, and he connected us. And I was like, wow. I'm not really starstruck. Like me, I'm not really starstruck ever. I really don't care unless like Novak Djokovic or like this. But even like basketball players, I've coached so many of them. For like basketball players, I'm never starstruck. But like for people like, I don't know, football or something that's not my field, or like a really famous doctor, I'm get starstruck for these kind of things. And him connecting me to Rambo was fantastic. And he was so, I sent him a message. I was like, hey, I'm going to be in Rio. I'd like to invite you to our games. And he was so lovely. He's like, oh, Jelena, we are so proud of you representing us here as well. And I like to, my dream was to go to watch a soccer game at the Maracana. And he was wanting to take me. He's like, come with me I'll take you to a match. I was like so in awe. I was so happy. I was in the Maracana with him. Everyone knows him, like little kids, little babies. Everyone knows who he is.
I love babies. He's kissing babies on the forehead.
But everyone, the Brazilians, everyone knows who he is. Svi znaju ko je on. I was like so impressed how, he's an absolute god here. And
you think he played for like 5 big clubs there, and he won a title with all of them. And then on top of that, he played like into his 40s. Like he's like a larger than life figure.
Unbelievable sport athlete, unbelievable like representative of our country. Just great, and a really great person. And we also I met his whole family. Such beautiful people, lovely people. Just I'm so sometimes amazed. Like I meet so many like famous people, but like when I meet a famous person who's also a great person,
those are much more rare.
That's like, for me, that's amazing. I'm like, wow, I'm more impressed by that. And he was just so lovely and such a domacin. And I remember the first time I messaged him, I was like, Chica Dejane, I'm trying to have respect. And he got angry at me for calling him Chica Dejane. He's like, I'm just trying to be respectful, And
V, when you say V, oh my God! Sometimes they lose, the older people, they lose their minds. Oh my God! It's like the most insulting thing you could say to them. V.
I can't say T. I have so much respect.
Yeah.
I can't say, and I can't say.
I feel the same way.
And then and sometimes I still say Chica Dejane. I was like, and he's like, Yana, never me tako. He's like, don't call me like that. I was like, okay, I'm sorry, Chica Dejane. I'm sorry, like, yeah. No, he's really amazing, and I got to like another bucket list moment for me, watching a Flamengo play in the Maracana Stadium with Chica Rambo Petković.
I mean, that's like being in the Bulls arena watching the Bulls with Jordan. Like that's insane. Yeah, exactly. That's insane. Our people's version of this, kind of.
Yeah, our people's version of it. Yeah, no, definitely. No, I'm really loving it.
Yeah, Jelena, we did an hour. I don't know if there's anything else that you want to talk about or I missed, but hope you had a good time. We'll run it back when you're the head coach of the Valencia basket team here, women's. I'm just saying, would be cool. Whatever. We got a pretty big team.
Let's see what
we got a 16,000 person new stadium. So
I know,
and like women's games are actually like hype. They get sold out, and it's a scene, man. It's a scene.
Valencia is a great place to play basketball. They invest so much money in the infrastructure, into juniors, women's, men's. I haven't had a chance to visit yet, but a lot of my colleagues have either coached there or live there, and what I hear, and I can't wait to see it, live as well. But it's amazing. It's amazing what they do, and it's like great. So how long have you been living in Valencia?
3 years. This is the first year of my life I've become the season ticket holder of any sport or event, and it was the best purchase I've made. I saw like Zvezda, I saw Partizan, I saw Bayern, I saw Pešić, I saw Željko, I saw Šaras, I saw everything. I've seen them all because they all play EuroLeague here now.
But what a year for Valencia, right?
And Valencia is having like the best season in the last like decade. Like the new stadiums, it's the first year of the new stadium. The stadium is the best stadium, not just in Spain, but in most of Europe. Like it's state of the art. It's bigger than Madrid's. It's bigger than Barcelona's. Not I'm trying to get these people mad, but just saying. Yeah. So.
No, it's amazing. No, I'm really.
It's a basketball city.
It's a basketball city. I love it. And Valencia is doing great this year. They're killing it, and who knows where I'm gonna be.
Just saying, it's a good spot to be. There's many greats have passed through here. Many Balkan greats as well. Yeah. I was gonna say, but yeah. Anyways, thank you so much for your time. I had a really nice chat, and looking forward to doing it again one day, hopefully.
Yeah, lots of technical difficulties, but thanks for being patient.
We'll get you on the good Wi-Fi next time. We'll get you straight to the good Wi-Fi. We'll stop this.
Straight to the Wi-Fi. But no, thank you so much. I appreciate it. And we'll stay in touch and in contact and anything. If you need anything in the EuroLeague, give me a call.
Oh, yeah, I'd like to start for the Red Star team if I could. Or I'll settle for sixth man of the year or something. That's fine. I don't need to start. I'm not selfish.
You want a contract? My team.
Just a small, like, quarter mil. I'm not looking for anything fancy. Just quarter mil. I'll be okay. Like, I think that's fine. 5 minutes a night. I'll give you 5 really good minutes, though.
Oh, good. I'll make some calls. I'll make it happen. Don't worry.